Surah 2, Part 11. And do not futter the mushrikāt until they believe, and a believing maid is better than a mushrikah, even if she has pleased you. And do not give to the mushrikun in nikah until they believe, and a believing slave is better than a mushrik, even if he has pleased you. Those call to the fire, and Allah calls to the Jannah and forgiveness with his permission. And he clarifies these verses for people, perhaps they will remember. And they ask you about menstruation. Say, it is harm, so withdraw from women during menstruation, and do not approach them until they purify. And when they have purified, come to them from where Allah has commanded you. Allah loves the repenters, and he loves the purifiers. Your women are tilth for you, so come to your tilth as you will, and dispatch for yourselves, and fear Allah, and know that you are meeting him. And give good news to the believers. And do not make Allah a goal for your oaths, that you be pious and fear and reform between people, and Allah is a hearer, learned. Allah does not censure you for nonsense in your oaths, but censures you for what your hearts have earned. And Allah is a forgiver, clement. For those who swear off their women is a waiting of 4 months. Then if they return, then Allah is a forgiver, merciful. And if they decide on divorce, then Allah is a hearer, learned. And the divorcees wait for themselves 3 menstrual courses, and it is not permitted them to conceal what Allah has created in their wombs if they believe in Allah and the last day. And their husbands are worthier of bringing them back in that, if they want reconciliation. And they have the like of that which is upon them with kindness, and the men a degree over them, and Allah is mighty, wise. Divorce is twice, then holding with kindness or dismissing with goodness. And it is not permitted for you to take from what you have given them at all, except that they fear not to perform Allah's hudud. But if you fear that they will not perform Allah's hudud, there is no misdemeanor upon them in what she has ransomed concerning it. Those are Allah's hudud, so do not transgress them. And he who transgresses Allah's hudud, those are the wrongdoers. Then if he divorces her, she is not permissible for him afterwards until she fotters a husband other than he. Then if he divorces her, there is no misdemeanor upon them to return to each other, if they think that they perform Allah's hudud, and those are Allah's hudud. He clarifies them for people who know. And when you have divorced the women, and they have reached their term, hold them with kindness or dismiss them with kindness, and do not hold them in harm to transgress, and he who does that has wronged himself. And do not take Allah's verses as a quip, and remember Allah's grace upon you, and what he has sent down upon you of the book and the wisdom he advises you therewith. And fear Allah, and know that Allah is learned in everything. And when you have divorced the women, and they have reached their term, do not support them to fotter their husbands when they have mutually consented between them with kindness. That is advised therewith he who was among you believing in Allah and the last day. That is chaster for you and pure, and Allah knows and you do not know.